Hello, beautiful heart, and welcome. I'm going to show you today, I'm going to explain our subconscious mind and our conscious mind and what this is. And I have a board here to explain because I'm going to let you know exactly what it means. We are this person, right? And we have a conscious mind, and our conscious mind is what we have in our limited view set, what we're aware of. So we're aware of, I think this, I think that, or this of what we remember, but this is very limited, our conscious mind. Then we have this subconscious mind, which is the most important thing, our subconscious, and we call it subconscious mind, but it is not in our mind. Our subconscious is actually located all around us, and it's also located in our bodies, right? Inside our body. So we have a subconscious mind, which is inner energy field. All around us is inner energy field and in our body. What happens with the subconscious mind? What does it do? Our subconscious mind is like this huge, like in a computer, our RAM memory, where it keeps all the memory, everything. So that's our subconscious mind. It remembers everything we've gone through in this lifetime. So everything, all the events we've gone through, everything with Warren, everything with Eden, everything just stays in our subconscious mind. So in our energy field and in our body, right? The subconscious mind is not limited to our mind only. It is the whole of us. So it remembers everything. And then it remembers, even for those of you that believe in like past lives or generational genetic material coming through, it remembers all of that as well. So it might remember traumas from a past life. It might remember, it has all those karmic memories, if you want to say it in that way. So what happens is this subconscious mind, we are unaware of what we have in our subconscious mind because it's just like this mega database of things, right? So in our subconscious mind, we can have stuff that is very positive for us, like, beliefs or emotions that could be positive for us. Like we can have in our subconscious mind emotions of like, that we come with of gratitude. And in our subconscious mind, we can have our talents and our gifts. They might not be activated. And what we do have as well is the not so positive stuff. So we might have limiting beliefs which we have made about the world, which were good and kept us safe at the moment when we created that belief, but they're no longer good for us anymore. And then they're attached to these emotions, maybe low frequency emotions, more negative emotions, emotions of pain, of fear, of hurt, for example. So how we create a whole belief system in a belief system. So this is a whole belief system within our subconscious mind. Is that, for example, I'm going to give you an example. You were born, and in your family setting, maybe it looked picture perfect, it was perfect or whatever, but it was either you inherited these beliefs, or maybe you just from age 0 to 7, we take in everything. So we take in the beliefs of around us, or we just observe the world and we just create these beliefs without being aware of them. So imagine that in this young age, most of our beliefs are created, of our limiting beliefs, from 0 to 7, because we have no prefrontal cortex and everything can just come in. We have no judgment. The prefrontal cortex, it's what gives us our judgment. So we have no judgment. So imagine all these beliefs of maybe I can't, I'm not good enough, God doesn't love me, I'm not part of my family. All these beliefs, I'm not part of my family. I'm just giving examples here. Or, for example, I'm not beautiful, or I don't deserve to heal, or I don't deserve money, I don't deserve to be good, the world is dangerous, I need to protect myself. So all these beliefs, they just came into our subconscious, and what they do is that they're actually guiding our life throughout our life. They activate unconsciously because these are unconscious, so they activate inside us, and then all these beliefs emit a certain frequency. So imagine they emit a wavelength, right? So because they're inside us and they emit this wavelength, there's going to be other stuff in our world, in the universe, that matches this wavelength, and you're going to be met with those same things. So you're going to be met, if you feel like I can't, you're going to, in your subconscious, and you're emitting that frequency, that wavelength, you're going to be met back with the same thing. You're going to be feel drawing yourself to situations where you can't pass it. So what do we have to do? We have to be able to rewire, first of all, find these subconscious beliefs and rewire them. So in order to like pull them out and create new ones that are positive for us. So for example, if you had this belief of I can't, and you're meeting situations where you can't the whole time, can't, take hold of things, can't do things, you would pull that, and I'll tell you how this happens. You will pull out this subconscious belief, right? And then we would implant a new belief which says I can. If you're emitting that frequency of I can, if you changed it and rewired yourself and you're emitting that frequency of I can, then you'll start meeting situations where you can do things. Imagine you have this belief where it's like, I'm not good enough, right? If you're emitting that, you're going to find the people that are going to keep telling you you're not good enough, reminding you that you're not good enough, situations where you feel you're not good enough. As soon as we rewire, we take out that belief, we plant in a new one where I'm good enough, you're going to start meeting that other frequency where you're good enough, and start meeting people that make you, feel like you're good enough. You're going to start meeting situations in your world where you're good enough. Okay, so what is more interesting, instead of just picking out one limiting belief or one negative program that you might have, what is very, very interesting, and with this I use the belief code, which was, it's revolutionary work, it's fantastic, and it's very quick and very efficient and effective, is that we see that a belief, so up here we have this belief, a whole belief system, right, is made up of, we have belief systems, and belief systems are like big trees that are planted in our subconscious, right? In our subconscious mind, these are big trees. So these are made out of negative programs, limiting beliefs, faulty core beliefs, and faulty core identities. So it's like we're going deeper and deeper into what each thing is. So negative programs are like those programs that keep repeating in our mind, and we could be maybe aware of them, sort of aware, and you can maybe and maybe not, because it could be really subconscious, so you're very unaware of them. But it could be like phrases of like repeating yourself, like, oh, I'm unlovable, or that you're repeating your things, or I can never do what I really want, or I can never make money. And of course, these are beliefs are limited. Why? Because saying I can never, already never, is limiting everything out. So, something that would be more healthy would be like, sometimes I can make money, sometimes I don't, and that gives you a wide. But if you're just saying I can never make money, you're very limited into one thing. You're never going to make money. That's the frequency you're emitting out. So you would have these negative programs, which could be the most aware of them. Then you would have limiting beliefs. Those are like, these are sort of like if it's a tree, those would be the branches. Then you would have the limiting programs, which would be the tree trunk. And then you would have the faulty core beliefs, which are the roots. So we're going deeper into where this came from. We'll discover if it's from inherited, generational, or if it's just yours that you picked up from when you were 0 to 7, if you picked it up, or later in your life. You could also find limiting beliefs later in your life, but from 0 to 7, if you were like, if it's something that was suggested to you, that you heard a lot around, or if it's something that you saw in the world and you decided, oh, if this is going to be that, so you made your own belief around it in order to keep you safe. So you have those limiting beliefs that are the roots, and then the faulty core identity, which might be where this whole tree grew from. So then you have this massive tree that is holding a whole belief system, which are really big things around around a certain subject. You might be, wanting to explore like money, why you don't have money, or why you have it, or if you have any sort of difficult relationship with money, or if you're having difficulty with relationships, be it like partner relationships or like, working relationships, any type of, or just relationships in life, or if you're having any physical stuff, because physical stuff is obviously going to represent the physicality. When it comes into our body, it's the last representation of our energetic field. So it's what, when we're finally in pain in the body, it's telling us that something is very off balance in our energy field or in our spiritual field. And obviously our belief systems are part of our energy field. So when we are able to access this whole belief, and how do I do it? I do it through kinesiology, which is the art of muscle testing, which is actually accessing the subconscious mind, so I can tap into the person's system with their permission. If not, it would be a transgression. So I'll access into your subconscious mind with permission, and once I'm sort of like in your subconscious mind, I can start asking it questions, and I can start asking according to what we say. So we want our goal to be, I don't know, cure, I don't know, imagine you have like any sort of like inflammation, multiple sclerosis, or rheuma, anything like that. So we'll start muscle testing and asking, do you have a negative program? And if you see my muscles lock here, that's a yes. So then I would go through a list of negative programs and start asking which one it is. And it will give me this, I'm always with your subconscious, it's with intention, and my intentionality is always to find the exact negative program, the exact limiting belief, the exact faulty core belief, the exact faulty core identity, to find the solution, what is creating, what we have to unroot from your system, from your subconscious, in order to create a healthier, better reality for you. And it's that simple. When we change our beliefs, we change our perspective in life, we change our reality. So anyways, once we find this whole belief system, we still cannot pull it out, because what happens with a belief system? A belief can only stay true, and it can only hold true because there's some emotions, right? There's some energy that gives it power. So imagine you have this whole tree. There has to be something that is feeding this tree to keep growing and keep staying in it. That something that is feeding this tree is your emotions. And there's probably like negative trapped emotions of, I don't know, there's a heartbreak or pain or fear or guilt or shame, so many things. And our emotions are connected also to, they imbalance, certain emotions are connected to certain organs in our body, and they bring these out of balance. So anyways, we would find everything that is associated, the associated imbalance, everything that is associated to this faulty core belief, or to this belief system, this negative or limiting belief system, right? So we'll have emotions there, we'll have organs that are off balance, we'll have systems, because they're like body systems. So for example, the digestive system, and would go deeper into the digestive system and see what's off balance there. And so we'll find, and this is all still by kinesiology, I do not make anything up. It is very important to be very clear with the subconscious and allow, the subconscious knows everything. So we're allowing for your subconscious and your spirit, so your higher self, to let us know where we're going and what it is that is there to be lifted and shifted, right? So it'll show us those emotions that need to be shifted, and if there's any other energies, imbalanced energies, that need to be moved, that are connected to this limiting belief system. So we remove all of these, right, emotions, and when these emotions are removed, when these energies that are feeding the tree, the tree of beliefs, are removed, we can then go to this limiting belief and start removing, right? Removing the negative programs, the limiting beliefs, the faulty core beliefs, and the faulty core identities from that. So we're pulling this tree away, we're pulling this tree apart. Finally, we've pulled this tree. When we've done this whole thing, we've pulled this tree completely out. Now, we've left a hole in your subconscious mind. So this has to be replaced. and most likely we'll test. We can either just fill it up with high frequency energy, because your system just needs to be filled up with high frequency energy. It's unconditional love. It's your spirit energy coming in and filling it up to open up to a new reality, which is obviously connected to a reality of joy, abundance, and wholeness, and just like this fullness. Or sometimes the person's subconscious, their field, is asking to fill it up with a very particular positive replacement. So we'll look for those positive replacements. So for example, I'm just giving an example, I'm never gonna, but if it was I can't, it will be I can, or I'm not good enough, it'll be I'm good enough, or I have a lot to give, or anything that your subconscious is going to say, like this specific, because everything is a frequency. So how we say things, maybe I can't is not a match for your subconscious, or I can is not a match for your subconscious, and it's looking for some other wording, and that wording has a very specific frequency that is to be implanted in your subconscious. And so when we do that, our world, it's sort of like changing, our world changes radically, and it's sort of like changing our glasses, let's say, or just like it goes from the worldview that we had like this, we believe with that all of a sudden it opens up a whole space, space for potential, for possibilities. It just opens the whole system also feels more whole, it relaxes, and what happens is that you're allowing for more of your presence, for more of your consciousness, this huge creative potential that you have, to ground more into your body. And that's what really we are doing here, because that's what we're coming to do, to ground more of our spirit, of our higher self, or this huge potential into our bodies, into our energy field. So when we work on the energy, our body also shifts. So maybe you'll feel like your body, your body figure will also change. Like maybe your back straightens, usually, or it aligns. You'll feel lighter. You'll feel with a lot more hope and potential. Your chest might expand. So this is what I wanted to explain. This is how we work on limiting beliefs. For those of you that, if you're like me, where it was very hard to be able to, some people maybe they can pinpoint their limiting beliefs which they have in their subconscious mind some other way. For me, I've always needed it, and I've been working with kinesiology since 2011. I've always needed it, that tool, to go straight, to bypass my conscious mind, because my conscious mind, my ego mind, was very active, and I did not want to go down and see the things that I had. It's not that I didn't want to, it's that I couldn't. Basically, I couldn't bypass that. So I needed it. I've always used kinesiology. Like, I've used my body, because the body holds all the memory, and through the body we can access the subconscious mind. So it was it was like the most amazing tool for me, and it is the most amazing tool, because I can just bypass that mind, which is sort of like the guard, which is not wanting us to evolve. It wants to keep us safe, and I would bypass that and be able to access all this information that my body and energy field, my subconscious, actually has. And from there, because you're already bypassing the mind, you don't have so much resistance. It is actually the way for me to work. It's the path of least resistance. You're already going down into all this knowledge. You're using your innate knowledge, your innate wisdom, and you're allowing for the energy of the universe, your own energy, you're really like your whole energy, your energetic potential, to work through you, and to start rewiring and transforming and transmuting all those things that you're ready to transform, in order to have like a much broader and fuller and better life, and create that reality that you really deserve to have, and to move forward in this life, to move forward, because we're going from the scarcity mentality, the struggling, into this abundance mentality, into this world of possibility, of potentials, of finding your own space, of loving yourself, because doing this work is about loving yourself. It's about believing in yourself and stepping into something so much more. So I'm going to be opening up some spaces for these sessions specifically. I want to do the people that jump in, the people that I choose. Please write to me. I'm going to take 4 people that I can work specifically for 4 sessions, removing the limiting belief systems around whatever issue you have. If you are really ready to step into something new, you're really ready to make a change and a real change to your life, you're ready to put everything in, this is magical, this helps, but it's, you know, it's incredible. There's no magic once. Then you have to take it and implement it into your life. It's going to be much easier because it's the energy holding you back is not going to be there. So you're going to be like fire, you know, being able to do things. But you really want to be doing this, right? You want to put all your willpower into this, and the willpower to change your life, to make your life better, and to move from where you are, which if you're listening to this, you're probably feeling like you're in a sort of not very good state, and move into a state of well-being. And when I mean well-being, it could be like economic well-being, or like a relationship with money that is better, or a relationship with people, that something that is more fuller for you, that gives you so much more. Okay, so I loved explaining this to you, and I'm sending you so much love. Take care. Bye bye.